Hi, this is Martha Thornburg, Digital Literacy Specialist for the Mount Vernon School District, and today we're going to be looking at the Chrome browser. Chrome browser is my personal choice for internet browsers, but also it is the recommended browser if you're using Google Apps for Education. Because it is a Google product, it interfaces really nicely with your Google Apps for Education tools, and it is the one that works best with those tools. Everybody has their own preference about browsers, but when using Google Apps for Education, Chrome is the best browser to use. Personally, I think Chrome is the best browser to use for lots of things, but that being said, just thinking non-biasly, Chrome is the best browser to use when you're using Google Apps for Education tools. And there are things that you can do in Chrome with Google Apps for Education that you can't do if you're using another browser. So we're going to take a look at Chrome browser, and I hope that everybody will take a little bit of time to get to know their Chrome browser and start using it. So what makes Chrome rock? Lots of great things about Chrome, and we're going to take a look at some of them. So one thing about Chrome is that it updates automatically. And so you don't have to worry about having admin rights or anything like that. Chrome just automatically updates in the background to the latest version. So you're always up to date, which is a really nice thing. One little caveat to that, during testing time, our network administrator can stop the updates during testing so that it's the same all the way through testing. But beyond that, it's usually just turned on and updating as you go. Another nice thing is you can have multiple Google accounts, and that's probably one of my favorite things. You'll notice up here in the top, I have a little tab, and I can tab. If I click on here, I can actually switch person and switch to another one of my accounts. So I can go from my personal account here to my school account, and I also have a student demo account. At home, I also have, like my husband's account is on there. So he can have all his bookmarks set up the way he wants them and his extensions, and all he has to do is click on the tab, switch person, and all of his stuff is there. So that's very handy. And the way to do that is if you're in Chrome and you click on what some people call the hamburger. This is the waffle and this is the hamburger. I guess somebody was hungry. So if you click on this, you'll see down here settings. And if I click on settings, there's a lot of great information here and ways that you can customize your Chrome account. You'll notice I'm signed in here. That's one thing that you need to, that's where you sign in. But down here you'll see people. And here's where you can add people, which gives you the toggling. And I believe you can toggle up to 18 different accounts there. So a shared computer in a classroom, you could get quite a few students who have their accounts set up right there on their Chrome accounts. They'll still have to log in to their Google Drive and things like that just for security purposes, but you can toggle between these. So that's good to know. And the way to do that is you just click Add Person, pick one of these fun little characters to represent your person, and call it what you want. And then when you go to that tab, it's going to ask you to log in to whatever the account is. And then from then on, you can just toggle back and forth between these accounts. Very helpful, especially just if you've got a personal account and your school account, and you need to toggle between those two. Okay, Chrome is the fastest browser, and fast is always good when we don't want a lot of wasted time waiting for things to load and things like that. So Chrome is the fastest browser. That's a good thing to know. To sign on to Chrome, as I said, I'm going to go back here, if I click on the hamburger and I go to settings, up here at the top, it will let me sign on, and I'm already signed on, so you can't see that there, but when I'm signed on to my account, I can sync all of my my accounts. So if I'm signed in Chrome on my school desktop, my home desktop, my iPad or Android tablet, my phone, any of those that I'm signed into the same Chrome account, I'll be able to see my same bookmarks that I've set up. I'll even be able to see my search history, so I can just jump from one to another, and so it's a really nice tab, a way to keep everything going from one to the other. The other thing about so that's signing into Chrome, which is different than signing into your Google account. This is signing into the browser so that you have the personal stuff saved on your browser. The other nice thing that you can do is you can choose what happens on startup. So you can just have it open with a new tab page, so it's just kind of a blank slate. Or you can have it continue where you left off, so the next time that you log in to Chrome, it just says, here's where you were last time, and it has the same tabs open, and you can just keep working. What I like to do is have a specific page, actually pages, that when I click on my Chrome to open it up, my Google Drive, my Facebook, my I don't know, my school account, they all open up right there for me. I mean, they all show up as tabs in the top, so then I can just start working. So there's different ways you can do that based on what your preferences are. So we talked about being able to sync your stuff. So if you click on Advanced Sync Settings here, you'll see that I can choose what I want to sync between my devices, and I can choose to sync some things, or I can just sync everything. So that would matter if you know, for your different things, how much space you have or how you use those different tools, whether or not you want to sync everything. But you can, so that's a cool thing to know. And again, that's in the, you go to the hamburger and then down to settings and then click on Advanced Sync Settings there once you've logged in. And they also have what's called incognito mode. So if I click over here again on settings, I can go to incognito mode. I've forgotten how to do that because I never do that. Okay, I got a little stumped there for a second. Incognito mode is turned off for our school, so you don't see incognito mode if you're in your school account. But if you go to your personal account and you click again on the hamburger, you'll see new incognito window. And basically what this does is it is a browser that is not, it's not keeping track of anything you do. So it will not save your search history or anything like that. So that would be good if you were looking for a birthday present for your husband, or it would also be good if there were a couple of people using the same account for some reason that were signed into your account, and you didn't want them messing with your browser history or something like that. But that does not work in our school account. It only works in your personal account, but it's a good thing to know. So that's incognito mode. Okay. Okay, and just to take a look at what you see in your Chrome browser. some different things. I've got my Chrome browser open to my apps tab. So I've got apps that I've added that can be used within Chrome browser, so I don't have to go look them up every time. They're right there for me, and I can just jump to them when I need them. And so that is the apps, or sometimes called the waffle, so you can get that. These things that you see down here, these are bookmarks, and in order to bookmark something when you're on a page, if you click the star here, it will bookmark that page. You can also bookmark, if you click the star here, you'll bookmark the page. These things up here, these are called extensions, and these are things that you can go to the web store and you can install on your computer. That's also where you get the apps, is at the web store. So if I go to the web store, I can get extensions, apps, themes, and I can choose by things that run offline, things that are by Google, things that are free, etc. And there's a lot of really great ones, and I'll do another one on apps and extensions that are helpful for teachers. But these apps, these extensions up here, they run right along in your Chrome account. So it's not like going to a web page. Just an example, this is a Pinterest one. So if I'm on a page that I want to pin in Pinterest, I just have to click that button here. This is a screenshot one here. This one right here, the two little lines, is called Dual S, and that's actually what I'm doing here with two screens open at the same time. So there's some different extensions you can use that just add more functionality to your browser. So that's the apps and extensions. This up here, and mine is really small because I've got it divided between two screens, but this is called your Omnibox. And in most browsers, this is where you type in the URL, and you can do that here too, but you can also use it for many other things. You use it as a search bar, so you can search right in the Omnibox. So just type in dogs or whatever. You don't have to put in a URL, and you'll come up with it. And I'll show you some other tips with the Omnibox later that are very helpful. So we've got our apps, we have our bookmarks, we have our extensions, we have our Omnibox here. We already know that if we click here, that takes us to all of our settings and a way to sign in to Chrome. Up here is where we toggle between accounts. These are tabs, and we'll take a look at tabs in a minute as well.